Give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash, the honor, some other apostles, a great millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful members of the elect, the Bacharian, the house of David, that's been preordained, predestined to get delivered in these last times and to be the ruling governing body of the nation, Yashallah. And as you can see, this is from Fox 11, Los Angeles. ICE raids in LA. Tensions rise as ICE conducted a series of raids across LA County on Friday as the Trump administration has increased its quota for immigration arrests. And they're locking Jake down. All right. They're getting Jake from, particularly the Northern Kingdom and some Southern, as you have Haitians, which is the tribe of Levi. They're getting deported as well. All right. Anybody, people that just didn't come here legally. All right. But they were in America for well over 10, 20 years, started whole families. Now they're being deported back. All right. There was another case where it was at a high school game, a high school basketball game, and ICE came in, and some of the parents were running out trying to get away. You had students of these, of these parents. You had the students crying, trying to see their, get to their parents leaving from the game because they don't know if they were going to see them again. All right, so, hey, Esau is cracking down on you Jakes, man. All right. Now you can hear it from the video, them shooting some type of, sound like, they're shooting rubber bullets. Okay, but it's going down. All right, and it's only gonna get worse. Okay, it's only gonna get worse for you Jakes, man. Okay. And hey, this may very well lead to riots. So let's get Jeremiah 30, verse 6. Verse 7, at last that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the same time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Right, Jacob's trouble. Okay? A time like never before. Daniel's 12th chapter, verse 1. That's coming. This is all foreshadowing of what's to come, of what we're seeing right now. This is all a foreshadowing of what's going to come. All right, and it's going to be worse. And Esau, when he really cracks down, implements the chip, mandated, all right, World War III is going to shoot off right after that. Okay. But in the midst of all that, Revelation 12, verse 12, let's get that. Esau is going to come down with a mighty army. All right, he's going to use these Gurga troops, these militias and mercenaries that he's created. Okay, because U.S. soldiers, they're not going to want to attack their own people on their own land. You might have a few, but Esau's going to get troops from other countries to come down and get the main targets, which are all civilians of the United States. All right, Revelation 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Right. So we're rejoicing because we see the time is at hand, what's coming, and that we're so close. All these distractions, all right, going on, but big things are really happening throughout the earth. Okay, you still got war going on over there in Gaza, in that area. Okay, Ukraine and Russia still going at it. But you got distractions like this whole Elon Musk versus Trump. That could be real or not, but either way, a lot of things are happening. You just have that big, huge object fly straight past the earth. It was bigger than the sun, which that's a chariot. That shows you that the Lord is on his way. All right. So we're rejoicing. And it says, for the devil, now who's the devil? His physical counterpart are the Edomites. And Edomites that are ruling the certain family are the Amalekites, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the international banking families. All right, and there are some names that we don't even know of, and they're definitely in their underground cities. Okay, and which we're gonna get them out of there. All right, we're gonna get them out of the holes of out of the holes of the rock, like the scriptures say. But they are in their underground cities because they're about to just push that button, so to speak, and let all out hell break loose, just sending everything. And man, these robots are being created. This AI is about to take over. It's about to be a whole nother world. All right, and it says, having great wrath because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Right. So Esau, Edom, the international banking families, they're gonna again use their weapon, which is the sword, which is what the modern day sword is, your gun. They're gonna send these troops, biological weapons, all right, biological warfare, their pestilence and disease and viruses that they created in their laboratories. Okay, who knows, some type of creature. This man is splicing the DNA and created. So it's a lot of things is happening, man. But this is a foreshadowing, all right? The tribes are being targeted, okay? Because the Northern Kingdom, the Latinos, so-called Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, they're Israelites. And this is not a black thing. The original royal look, yes, is that Negroid physical appearance, but this is not a black thing. You're gonna have Israelites looking like white people, looking like Asian, or looking like a Chinese, a Japanese, an Indian, all right, a Pakistani. Because why? Because your nationality, your ethnicity is determined by your father. So an Israelite man who's been in that land for centuries, for generations, sooner or later his offspring is going to look different because he's been dwelling in that land, okay? Dealing with the women of that land. It's just that simple, okay? But your father determines the nationality. So let's get Isaiah 31, verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt. Egypt is America. This is modern day Egypt. And you can see it. There's a few examples. Just look at the back of the dollar bill, the pyramid. That signifies that this is Egypt again, house of bondage. All right, and best believe they practice the witchcraft of ancient Egypt. They practice that still today in America. All right, these underground groups, Freemasons, Illuminati, whatever you want to call them, they practice those ancient Egyptian customs still today. The witchcraft, the idolatry, all right? But this place, America, is likened unto Egypt, Babylon, Sodom, Gomorrah, all right? It was all those ancient civilizations back here again, all right? It's all those spiritually today. It says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many. And Jake does want to come here for a better life, okay? Because their country, Esau went over there, and as he does always, he rapes, he robs, he sets up militia coups. He destroys that nation financially so they can rely on America, okay? So they want to come over here and have a better life, all right? Work hard, send money back to their homeland. It says, I even saw one woman, she's like, I don't want to go back to Honduras, I don't want to die. It says, and in horsemen, because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And that's right, they don't. All right? And all those jakes that came, in that massive flood, when Biden was in office, they came over here, all right? That's because a lot of them are going to be reserved for judgment, all right, when all hell breaks loose and ultimately America gets nuked. Some will be part of the elect, okay? But as you can see now, A lot of them are getting right. They came over here, now they're getting deported right back. All right, and they were. Hey, I can see why Trump had to do what he had to do, because there was a lot of them committing all types of crimes. I remember in Colorado, they were taking over apartment buildings, robbing, just doing what they did in their home country, trying to bring that madness over here. So a lot of them jakes are wicked, you know. But they trust in this place, all right? And the Heavenly Father is going to deal with them, okay? They trust in this place, but they don't look to seek the Lord. And they see the prophets. That's the thing, though. They come out here, and they definitely see the prophets. Because if it's not GMS, which has the 100% truth, at least you got other camps still teaching Israel, all right? And Israel is growing, is growing by, this knowledge of the Israelites is growing by the day. You see it all around the world, all right? And then we have the internet to do the heavy lifting. All right, that's how this word is pushed out, What's that? Psalms, 19, I believe. Yeah, Psalms 19. And it says, Psalms 19, verse 4, their line is gone out throughout all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun. Right. This truth is going throughout the whole earth, and mainly because of the internet. Verse 30, I should have read this first. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. Because you have jakes all around the world, the Israelites preaching, all right? Preaching. And the thing about the internet now, you can actually hear a person in one language and translate it to your language, all right? So this truth has been pushed throughout the whole world already, okay? This truth has been pushed throughout the whole world. But let's go back to this video, it's getting active in LA. And there's other parts too I've seen. But look at them. Let's turn this up. Second Esdras, you gotta get this one. I'll end off here. Second Esdras 15, verse. Because this is what's happening, all right. And again, this is a foreshadowing of it's gonna come even in a worse type of scenario. Second Esdras 15, verse 16. For there shall be sedition, rebellion among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. In the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Right. And you see that. They're not regarding the authorities. They're telling them to get the hell out. Because soon they're going to start doing what France did, throwing Molotovs. Hey, that's one thing about France and Paris. They were doing riots, protesting. They were getting somewhat physical. All right? These Americans, they got to be pushed a little bit more. But it's going to come. Oh, yeah. All right? It's going to come. And that's what these elites want. They want all hell to break loose, anarchy, chaos. This is exactly going along with their plans. Okay? So they should not regard their kings, authorities. They don't give a dang what Trump said. All right? And it's about to be every man for himself, So I just want to make this quick lesson. Lord willing was edifying. All right, on to the next one. Shalom.